I feel like that is the biggest spider ever. We don't have spiders like that up in Pennsylvania. Hello and welcome to FF Lifestyle, guys. This is another beautiful day on our honeymoon. We're heading to a couple of different places today. The first step, we're going to a place called Jockeys Ridge, which I guess has like the largest sand dunes on the East Coast. And then after that, we're going to Roanoke Island Lighthouse, which kind of, I don't know, we saw Google images and it looked like just a house with like a tip of a lighthouse on top of it. So it didn't look too big, but we're gonna go check it out because we have this awesome bucket list on a bunch of stuff you wanna try to do when you're in the Outer Banks. We're trying to check off all the list. On top of that, we're probably gonna hit up the Wright Brothers National Flight Memorial that is even further north past Roanoke, and that should be really interesting. So this is gonna be a action-packed vlog of a bunch of different cool things. Let's tune back in when we get to the Jockeys Ridge sand dunes. So we just got here, and I think we have to hike to the sand dunes because I'm not seeing any sand dunes. It just looks like the woods. I think we found the way. It looks like if you go into the park office, the people in there can help you out, and right on the other side of it, you just go outside, and I guess you just walk down this path, and the sand dunes are supposedly right out there. The guy said it makes a lot of sense once you start hiking down the trail, and I can see why, because there's just a sign that says sand dunes. It's kind of nice that it's not like a standard trail, because if you're wearing flip-flops like we are, it allows for easy walking. Not much in the park office, just restrooms. First initial impressions. This is so cool. It is really cool. I feel like we're gonna get right up to the top of this hill and see like a crazy view of sand dunes. But I don't want to get myself too hyped up. I kind of thought it was gonna be more like just sand and not woods, I guess. Yeah. But maybe it will be. There's people like hang gliding up at the top too, which is pretty cool. I didn't know you hang glided like right off of a hill like that. So very interesting. This is way steeper than I thought too. Yeah, this is... Oh, I feel like this view is gonna be so cool. This is so weird. It's like hiking. It feels like you're in the desert, honestly. Whoa, this is really steep. Oh, I see more trees. I don't know what it's gonna look like up here. Oh God. This is probably way steeper than it looks on camera. It might look steep on camera too. Oh, Mary, this is so cool. Totally cool view. We are so walking out there. So walking out there. You go from like regular shoreline North Carolina to feeling you're in like some Saudi Arabian desert. Guys, look at this. How cool is that? Mary, impressions? Cool?
Oh my gosh, so I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, I've never seen anything close like this in New York or Pennsylvania.
Oh my gosh.
It's just crazy how big it is. Like when they say like large sand dunes, you kind of think it's like, you know, like one or two. The wind, I'm so sorry guys if the wind's bad. I'm really gonna try to talk loud and cover the camera. I'm gonna keep hiking to the top of this little hill here, and we're gonna see what we got. So cool, guys. If you're in Outer Banks, North Carolina, definitely have to check out Jockeys Ridge. It kind of feels like you're never getting to the top of it, but like we started way back over there and we're walking. It's just so cool. So cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So people apparently go like what, sandboarding here. I wonder if that's like snowboarding, but on sand.
No, that's exactly what
And I guess when it snows here, you can like sled down here and like kind of ski down the hill. And obviously, as I've mentioned like 80 times, there's hang gliding on the other side. But oh, Mary, you gotta check this out. Wow. You guys. So we just camped out here for probably about 10 or 15 minutes, ran down this hill, and we are just having the time of our life. We're packing up the little picnic that we had going here. The crazy thing that I think about Jockeys Ridge, when you're up at the top, you can kind of tell that you're at the beach, but then on the bottom, it looks like you're in a totally different world. It's insane. And to see such a cool picture of the Outer Banks, because you rarely ever see one side behind us and the other side of the ocean on both sides when you're driving down. What do you think?
Amazing. My favorite spot so far.
I would say I would have to agree. Favorite spot for sure. Now we're going to the Wright Brothers National Museum of Aviation, I think. So, big day, big day. If you're out in the Outer Banks, maybe try not to go to the beach as much. Try to do all this really, really cool, fun stuff. We're gonna start hiking back now. So we just got to the Wright Brothers Visitor Center and Memorial, and I'm probably going to do some filming over by the Memorial, but I think at the Visitor Center we're just going to kind of go in and check it out. It looks really small. For those of you guys that are coming, it seems to be $10 per person. It does kind of look like Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. You guys can see the Memorial way out that way, and we're going to walk there after going to this really cool Visitor Center over there. Visitor Center was very, very cool. We got a little national park passport book that I'm going to show you guys in the car. I'm just super excited about it, but we're walking down right now. We're at these buildings right now, and I think it's a replica of like their house while they were here building it, and you can't really see too much in there. I'm sure the glare is a little bit rough, but really, really cool. It's these like wooden sheds, and I guess the brothers stayed here, and this is where they kept all their gliders and stuff.
Here they refine their camp.
The building we're passing right now is where they kept the glider, and where we're walking right now, Mary had a good point. I think these are little markers for how far the gliders got.
Yeah, end of first flight.
Oh, you're so right. And this is the end of first one. You got a time of 12 seconds.
120 feet.
Wow. Orville was the pilot. Next one is 12 seconds, 175 feet. And then the third one is 200 feet, but still at about the same, like 15 seconds. And then way down there is the last one, which I think we're a little bit too lazy to walk all the way down there. And also, really cool building. Like the national park here was very like, I don't know, like artsy is a word.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be the word for it?
Oh,
but
yeah.
Now we're gonna start walking down the big path to the huge monument way up there, and that was what, like Kill Devil's Hill? Something like that. This is a very flat walk. I think you can drive. I don't know, maybe we should maybe we should have drove, because it's a very long, flat like field, but
really
actually
pretty.
Really nice. Yeah, it's really nice looking. We're getting a little bit closer to the big monument on top of the hill. I think it's just like a rock tower too. I don't know if it's anything that crazy, but still very interesting. Such an activity-packed day. How many have we done today? 1, 2, I think just 2 so far, and then maybe not that packed with activities. And then
hopefully we hit 2 more. And then
yeah, maybe 2 more. We're gonna try if they're still open. If they're not, then we'll have to go another day. But man, for the first day of the week, that was a solid high five for the vlog. Do you want to do the transition on this one? Put your hand on the camera.
Okay.
All right, just put your hand on the camera. And we're here. That was a pretty good transition.
Thanks.
Good job. If only we could just transition like that and not have to walk that entire way up again, because that sucked. It's way taller than I thought too. What do you think?
This is my second favorite place we've been today.
It's really nice. It reminds me of something in Washington, kind of.
Yeah.
I've never been to Washington, but I would imagine it looks about the same.
Yeah.
There seems to be like a parking lot over there, so if you guys were coming here to check it out, you could probably drive and park and have much shorter of a walk. But I think it was kind of really cool to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Walking back might suck a little bit, but we realized too that the sand dunes we were just at earlier in this vlog are actually right over there. And then that's the Roanoke Sound, like kind of off in that direction, and that's the ocean over there. So just really beautiful spots all here. I guess there's a lot to do in Roanoke if you're coming to North Carolina. So we're not staying in Roanoke, but it seems like a really nice place to stay. And we're gonna go ahead and start walking back down, head back to the car. So after the Wright Brothers Memorial, we actually ended up going to Roanoke again, but actually in the town of Roanoke, and we checked out the Roanoke Lighthouse, which was a lot cooler than I thought it was. We didn't bring the vlog camera, but I got some cool back roll on the iPhone, and there was a bunch of really cool shops after that in Roanoke that I would highly recommend going to. Unfortunately, we got there at around 5, and a lot of the shops in the area were closing by then. So if you are planning a trip to Roanoke, definitely go a little bit earlier in the day. I'm not sure if that's just something to do with it being the off season because it is October, and it could be open a little bit later in the summer. But I did want to show you guys this very interesting Passport National Park booklet that we got at the Wright Brothers Memorial. The booklet looks like a regular passport that you would get to travel outside of the country, but it's just something that you actually get stamps at every single national park that you go to. It includes a map of the entire country, and it shows each little spot in every state, and it breaks it up by regions on where the national parks are at. As you can see, we have a stamp there from the Wright Brothers National Memorial. It's awesome because it allows you to kind of plan trips in your home state or wherever else you're going to just try to collect all of the stamps in your state or in your vacationing state. So we're gonna see how many more that we can get here. There's 2 other major places in North Carolina, specifically in the Outer Banks, that have stamps that you can get here in the booklet. So we're gonna see how much we can get it filled up in the Southeast region, and it's really exciting to grab this, and it made us want to adventure even more. But I'm gonna end this vlog now. Definitely get excited for the next honeymoon vacation vlog, because we're gonna have a couple more. We're constantly exploring new locations here in the Outer Banks, and we are having an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos to come soon.